News when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Monica Ricks. And that's your closing bell on Wall Street. AI news dragged down markets all day. The Nasdaq lost 398 points, down nearly 1.7%. The Dow was down 245 points, down about a half a percentage point. The S&P also lost 1%, down 73 points. The 10-year Treasury yield at 4.1%, the 2-year yields at 3.5%. And Bitcoin also drifted lower, the token now trading at about $90,000. President Trump says he's leaning towards choosing either Kevin Warsh or Kevin Hassett to lead the Federal Reserve and replace Jerome Powell next year. That's according to the Wall Street Journal, which says Trump thinks the next Fed chair should consult him on where to set interest rates and wants interest rates to be 1% or maybe lower than that a year from now. Hassett has been increasingly viewed as a frontrunner here, but Trump confirmed today that he met with Warsh and pressed him on whether he could trust him to support interest rate cuts if he were chosen to lead the central bank. The president suggesting today that he has not made a final decision. Federal Reserve officials did offer strongly opposing views on what to do with interest rates this week, continuing a debate that'll grip the central bank into the new year. 3 policymakers focused on inflation risks, a 4th emphasized risk to the labor market as a bigger concern, and 2 officials, including Chicago Fed President Austin Goolsbee, dissented.
I am not hawkish on rates for next year. I think that we make progress and that by the end of next year, if you look at the dot plot, I'm one of the most optimistic folks about how rates can go down in the coming year.
Goolsbee on CNBC today. He says he felt the more prudent course would have been to wait for more economic data, given inflation's been above the target for 4.5 years. Oracle's defending its decision to push back the completion dates for some of the data centers it's developing for OpenAI, saying there won't be any delays to contractual commitments for OpenAI. But the company did just push the dates back from 2027 to 2028, and sources tell Bloomberg those delays are largely due to labor and material shortages. Shares of Oracle fell 4.5% today. Shares of Broadcom also closed down 11% today, the most in more than 10 months. Investors are disappointed with the chipmaker's sales outlook for the AI market, as well as the company's order backlog. We get more from Bloomberg's Valerie Teitel.
When it comes to their their order backlog, they said they only had $73 billion in backlog over the next 6 quarters. The CEO on the conference call went to clarify later that that is a minimum that they see, but still it's highlighting concerns, especially around Broadcom, about tightening profit margins, which has been a key concern for this AI chip maker. Broadcom competes with the likes of NVIDIA for selling the most advanced AI chips in that space.
Bloomberg's Valerie Teitel reporting there. NVIDIA is now considering ramping up production of its older but powerful H200 AI chips. According to Reuters, it's due to strong demand from China. A federal judge blocked ICE officials from detaining Abrego Garcia this morning in Baltimore, hours after she ordered him released from federal custody. His lawyer filed for a restraining order overnight, worried that Abrego Garcia would be rearrested when he appeared for a mandatory check-in. Abrego Garcia did thank supporters who gathered this morning and through an interpreter said he'll keep fighting.
Estoy aquí de pie frente a ustedes.
I stand here today with my head held up high, and I will continue to fight and stand firm against all of the injustices this government has done upon me.
The Department of Homeland Security has criticized the judge's decision and vowed to appeal, calling the ruling, quote, naked judicial activism by a judge appointed during the Obama administration. And pot stocks are up today following news that President Trump plans to direct his administration to reclassify marijuana as a less dangerous drug. It would be a Schedule III drug, which makes it easier to buy and sell cannabis. The move would represent one of the biggest shifts in U.S. policy toward cannabis in decades and could deliver a major victory for companies and investors in the sector, as well as patients who use medical marijuana. And that's news when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Monica Ricks, and this is Bloomberg.